The flight boarded its passengers from Terminal 2 at Madrid's Barajas airport at about 13:45, that's London time. The MD-82 plane was bound for Las Palmas in the Canary Islands, carrying at least 172 people. That figure has been slightly changing. It's believed it taxied to the northwest runway to take off. Reports say its first attempt to take off was unsuccessful and a technical check was carried out. On its second attempt, the plane's left engine reportedly caught fire. An eyewitness has said the plane left the ground but only made it to around 200 feet before nosediving into a wooded area. Since 1981, the MD-80 series has been involved in 19 major crashes. Last year, an MD-82 crashed at the side of the runway and exploded while attempting to land at Thailand's Phuket airport in bad weather. 88 of the 130 people on board were killed. In 2005, all 160 passengers were killed when an MD-82 suffered engine failure and crashed in a mountainous region in northwest Venezuela. A passenger was blamed for a crash in 2002, which killed all 112 people on board. And in 1999, an MD-82 overshot the runway and crashed into the banks of the Arkansas River, killing 12 of the 143 on board. Well, let's talk now to aviation expert Julian Charles-Bray, who joins us on the line. Tell us a bit about this aircraft, because the engines, as we can see from these library pictures, are at the back, not underneath, as many of the more modern planes are.
Yes, so the engines are right at the back, and this became a very popular configuration at the time. You have to remember that the MD-80 series was developed from the DC-9 series in the 60s as a sort of short-range companion to their larger DC-8. This was all new. They stretched the hull, and they made sure it's fairly narrow-bodied. You had 3 seats on one side, you had the aisle in the center, and 2 seats the other side. In fact, it was very quiet. You could sit right at the back in between the engines and you could hold a conversation. It was well muffled. And this is rather surprising because it seems to be a catastrophic failure in one of the engines. Now, if that happens, it means that the fuel, which is stored in the wings either side, would have been cut off. So the only live fuel would have been in the turbofan system itself. So it rather suggests as though something has happened near the wings and ignited the fuel, which of course is carried in each of the wings.